Tired of jumping through hoops to buy Bitcoin? Frustrated with endless paperwork and invasive identity checks? Introducing Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club's loan program. No KYC required. Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to freedom. Borrow up to $250,000 at as little as 7% interest. Join our community and take control of your financial future. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where privacy meets opportunity. Connect with like-minded individuals and grow together. Visit us today and unlock your $250,000 Bitcoin loan. Your journey to financial freedom starts here.
We can talk about that. And hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Bitcoin Ben Show. I'm Crypto Sherpa, covering for Bitcoin Ben as he's heading to El Salvador. He's already there right now.
In fact, he's not. They're at the airport. We're getting ready to fly. I just got a text from those guys. They're waiting to get on a border plane right now.
So we have a lot of our team heading down there right now. Jay already's down there. Todd and Jana, I think, started heading up today. But we got some big things happening down in El Salvador right now. We have so the reason why Ben and Jay are heading down there is to be sworn into the credit union that we purchased down there. So Jay is going to be sworn in as the president, and Ben is going to be, what is he, CEO, owner? Like, he has a position. We keep forgetting which one it is. But that is what we don't know right now, but we will get the announcement when they're back. It's all said and done, but that is why they're down there finishing up that part. So me and Nathan are going to take over the show today and just talk to you about just the power of community networking. Why do you want to be a part of this club? Why are we here? What is our purpose?
That's so important. I remember when I came on board 2.5 years ago and joined. The one thing I've realized is through my life is a joining of an organization, getting mentorship is so important. I mean, I remember when I got involved in the insurance business when I was 18, 19 years old. I didn't understand the power of mentorship at that point, but I was able to interface with a man, he older guy. He liked me. He knew what I was. Apparently, he saw my potential. He mentored me, and it led me down this career of insurance. And I still have access to that. Still get paid off of that now. And I think back about when I got involved in the real estate business. I remember starting out by myself and doing it by myself. I had read a couple books, and I was like, but I kept repeating some mistakes that were in the books. Finally, I found a mentor. I joined an association. I think it was a RIA group, a real estate association group that came together every month. And the power and the ideas behind that was so important. So I wanted us talking today, the importance of association with a club, with mentorship. And I think about, I wrote down some of the reasons why you want to be a member of a movement, organization. And whether we're talking about a gathering for the church, the synagogue, whatever it is, the mosque, it doesn't really matter. But what is the reason we come together as a group? Well, number one, you have shared energy and inspiration, because as you gather as a group, instead of being out there on your own island, whether it's in person or even virtual now, it fuels the momentum for what you're doing. That's one thing. It builds trust and belonging within that community. Think about the organizations you're involved in right now, whether it be church or your mosque or your synagogues. The power of being part of something larger than yourself. I think that was really the trigger in me when I was diagnosed with cancer in 2017. I become part of that family, I'll call it, that movement. I realized I was not by myself, and that power, the power of being something greater than myself as far as a movement goes. Number three is the clarity of vision. I don't have a problem telling people I'm a Christian. Every religion has its own saying, but the clarity of vision. The Bible says a people without a vision will perish. So putting together with a group causes you to have vision. Coming together ensures that everyone is aligned from the start to the finish, and as we move forward. Number four is you have strength in numbers. As you come together, whether it be in person or virtually, it just validates you have the same people. Excuse me. I remember when I got involved in crypto 2.5 years ago, and I began to talk about crypto with my own family. It was almost like I was a Martian. They're like, "What are you talking about?" Except for my oldest son, he knew about it. But it created like-minded people coming together on a regular basis, in these clubs. So there's strength in numbers. And last but not least is collaboration of action. In action, it allows groups to highlight each member's strengths and inspires them to utilize their strengths within that group. So I look within our own membership here within the Bitcoin crypto clubs. It's fascinating that everybody that's here are involved in crypto. When you look within them themselves and figure out what they do for a living, I mean, you just all kinds of things. So you find the collaboration. They want to contribute to what you're doing. And think about club costs just a minute. You know, the multiple associations of club fees. You could be a country club is going to be $250 a month or more. Boat clubs, $50 a boat more. Your homeowners association, which is an association, which is the club, which you have in most cases you can't choose to be involved. It's just part of it. It could be $250. A gym membership. I mean, you can get a gym membership of $10 or up to $70. Every one of these clubs are one thing. You're trying to find happiness. You're trying to find success. You're trying to find a break. But guys, are you involved in a club that's focused on one thing, changing your life financially and changing your life physically, mentally, spiritually when it comes to what we're doing? Are you doing that? Or do you have a club that is going to change you financially, potentially? And that's what we want to talk about, why it might be a good idea for you either to join one of our clubs, whether it be virtually or in person, or recommit yourself to one of the clubs. So, you know, this is this new orientation that we do every Saturday is just basically along that. Why should you be a member of our club? Guys, if you're not a member of our club, we would love to have you as a member. Welcome arms. However, find you another club out there that is going to teach you and mentor you on possibly what this will mean to you financially for your family and for your future generations.
Exactly. You just need to find that. We're like, just as humans in nature, we need company, we need congregation, we need to come together, because without it, it can lead to potential attacks out there too. Like the scams in this space that go on, they're targeting lonely individuals. So it's like, you don't have to be lonely when we have a space for you to come to, just network with each other. It's like, you're not alone in this world out there.
You know what? That is a great point. It just come to mind when you said this. So I think about the people that call us to come in and get scammed. They are lonely.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody out there to befriends them. This is my friend. I know where you can create friend relationship over the internet. Somebody you hadn't known for 30 days, I don't know, and send them $50,000, which happens. I don't have a clue. I mean,
it usually doesn't happen that fast, but that's how it does begin.
Okay.
They build your trust. They just befriend you. Oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, like, I just got this number. It was in my phone book. Like, oh, by the way, I'm this person. Like, oh, where are you from? And then that slow conversation, how friendships usually begin, but they're taking advantage of that because they know you're lonely and they know you'll be susceptible of like just taking on that friendship because you didn't have that before.
So, you know, why do you want to be involved in a organization, association that's bigger than yourself? Multiple reasons. We'll go over reasons, compelling reasons I think you need to look at a membership with us.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So yeah, let's give them some examples too. Like, let's go through this PowerPoint that we usually go through for our new member orientations. Let's let them know why, like, you would want to be a club, what benefits you get behind it, not just by the congregating. Like, we will mention how the networking and this community help out. But yeah, let's like share this guys with you for those who can't usually make it on Saturdays. I know all of you want that recording. Nathan and I did do it, so we got one for you. But let's share this right now on Ben's show for all members and potentially future members. So why? Let me at least fix this. Boom. There we go. All right. So welcome to the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club and then our new member orientation. And Ben usually doesn't have disclaimers out there, but what me and Nathan are talking about are and provided by Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club and not for the Substack, Patreon, VC1, VC2, Founders Group, Private Key Capital, or CALIX Solutions. This is not financial advice, not legal, tax at all. Consult with qualified professionals. But again, this is something we got to follow by and abide by the rules by because we're a private membership association. Usually we would make sure you guys are so hopefully we won't give too much information that we can, but we got to let you know this is for Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club information only.
And it is our personal opinion and our personal experiences.
And is this even showing? I'm sharing the screen, but the PowerPoint is not going. Hold on, let me switch this up, guys. Sorry, that was our first intro.
But again, guys, whether you're involved with us or involved with other organizations, just get involved in some organization out there that is giving you proper information, and just attend it. I mean, it's like I tell people, I got a friend of mine that owns multiple gyms around the country, and it's fascinating how that whole program works. Everybody, December 31st, commits to join a gym, commits to going to the gym. They pay their money. And he says by 90 days into that process, about 80% of the people don't come in again until January 1st of the next year, but they keep paying their money. Why? They want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. They want to be a part of a club, even though they're not going to initiate after 90 days exercise, which would be good for them, in my opinion. But they just do. They want to be something part of bigger than themselves. And I asked him one day, I said, why don't they cancel, Nathan? They want to be able to say people, I'm a member of a club. So we do it for just different reasons, but it's just want to be associated with something greater than ourselves.
I'm still working on this PowerPoint slide.
No worries. I mean, we can go through I would love to have it up there, but if we don't have it, I'm good with just going through the program.
All right, let's see if I got it this time. Let's see if the magic touch happened.
All right.
And it did. So yeah, so you guys didn't see the screen about the information provided, our disclaimer out there. But again, here's our team here at any one of our clubs near you right now for Bitcoin Ben World Ventures. We had Jay and Bitcoin Ben with a background in El Salvador, which is where they're at right now.
They're down there to sign the paperwork to get us involved, heavily involved, to make it official with the government of El Salvador.
Exactly. And so we got some big things happening. Now our team here at the Sarasota Crypto Club, we got Nathan, Misty, Amanda, Sherpa, you know me, Jody, Gloria, and Zoltan. This is the team we got here. Usually we break it down a little bit more on our new member orientations, but this is our team here in Sarasota's club. So you would probably meet one of us, even if you get involved in any of our programs. We have our each duties and purposes here for our roles at the club. Then also other clubs out there. We got Nashville, Steve, Janet, and Todd. Janet is our CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. Todd is the operator down up there. And Steve Blanco is our educator. And then in Massachusetts, we got Ed Albert and Maddie. Maddie is the educator down there. And Ed is part of future councilman. Go vote for Ed. They do have a great event going on tonight, which you should have RSVP'd for. It's like the USTPA event. Something going on, right? I always mess up the wording on that, but there's always events going on. Dallas, we have Michael and JJ, and then we have our Vegas club with Ken Bowes and Annalise. So this is the team we have right now for the clubs we have currently in place. Next up, we're probably see St. Louis with Greg Garland up there operating the club. And future clubs, again, are going to be like probably West Palm Beach.
No, it will be West Palm Beach.
Yep. Scottsdale, Arizona. And we're planning at least opening up at least 10 clubs a year, hopefully 30 within the next 2 years. So we're going to be expanding. So even if like a club's not near you, don't let that stop you from joining a club to gain access to all of our programs. And if a club does open up near you, it's fine to switch your account over. Sure. It's like, I want to move to the club that's close to me. That's totally fine. You're still a part of the family. So
Amen.
That's always good to do. But let's talk about why you should actually become a member of the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. So first up, it's again how this all started off: community and networking.
Yeah, man. It was when I think about my journey here with you guys for the last 2.5, 3 years. I mean, I came on board. Had a real estate office here in Sarasota, and I began to spend more time here than I did at my real estate office. And part of that was the community networking, because I was around a group of like-minded people. When I said Bitcoin, I said blockchain, people didn't look at me like I was crazy. And just the whole networking, because you got a group of people here headed in the same direction. Common goal was to get free financially, possibly through this thing called Bitcoin. So it was a great opportunity for me to network, build a community of like-minded people. Exactly,
because you don't get that out in the real world. You can try talking to someone about Bitcoin, they might still even give you the stink eye. It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, really? Still nowadays, it's like people have that thought. It's mind-blowing.
The only reason we think people know about Bitcoin because we're surrounded by people about Bitcoin. But when you look, I mean, I say right now, everybody in the world should know about crypto and Bitcoin because of what we're doing globally. But even our country is adopting this now. But people still either don't know about it, don't trust it, or don't like it, whatever it is.
it's this game theory play in action. I forgot who it was. I just saw in a quick little Twitter post. It was either Jerome Powers. Somebody like up in the government was saying like, if America doesn't get involved with crypto, other countries are going to do it. And it's this game theory playing out. So it just doesn't matter if like your choice is going to benefit you or not. Doesn't matter. Like the rest of the world or other in-game people, they're going to do it anyways, and it's going to change.
Sure, but you know what? I view Bitcoin almost like when you look at a immutable law of gravity. Law of gravity simply says if you get on this building, you step off, you're coming to the ground. Here's the fascinating thing about immutable laws. It doesn't matter whether you know about them, like them, or trust them, or agree with them. It doesn't matter. Guys, in my humble opinion, it doesn't matter whether you know about Bitcoin, like Bitcoin, or agree with it. It doesn't matter. Scarce, it's a scarce resource based off historical data and historical appreciation. It's the only asset class in that world that's ever gone up 50% a year since inception. Will it continue to go up 50%? I have no clue, but based off gravity and the law of gravity and the code that was put in this law of gravity, the code that was put in Bitcoin, good chance it's going to go up year over year.
It's just practical in the code.
Absolutely. Next, we have
education and insights. So yeah, you get education here when you're a member of the club. Like we host classes twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they are recorded videos. So you gain access to all of our online content as well. Sure, you get the BBTV channel that's on YouTube itself right then and there, but you're not getting access to our classes at all.
And the insight part of it, think about this. If you're a member of an exclusive club and something's happening in the world, whether you like it or not, people are like, hey man, you might want to look at this. The insight, because you're part of that club. In most cases, when you get in front of something instead of after it's launched out there, whatever that might be, the benefits could be great. So you're going to get as a member of the private member association, once you become a active member, we're able to share with you our insights, things that we're involved in. Not that we're asking you to get involved in, not that we recommend you get involved in, but you can see. I have people come in all the time to me and say, hey, what are you involved in totally? And I'm able to go out there and say, look, this is not to validate what I'm involved in, but here's what I'm doing every day. And it could be stuff like, oh my God, liquidity pools, trading in this market, crypto, and those types of things. So
there's so much stuff like you can take advantage of in this space. Like you may be doing something that I'm not doing. Like I usually don't touch liquidity pools, but you're having fun with it.
Absolutely. So. Education and insight. I had a guy come in the other day, said, have you looked at this yet? And I was like, oh my God, no. Now, did I get involved in it? Oh my God, yes. Did he recommend? No, but I saw it for what it potentially could be. My risk appetite was within that range of what he was showing me. So I said, let's go. Let's try this.
Yep. Also, I offer like one-on-one help here too, not outside of just the education and getting lots of great information on like topics in the space. You get one-on-one help here, like by appointment only. We're so busy here with our roles. It's like I can't just take a walk in anymore. But I will sit down with you. If you're not even so tech savvy at all, we can hold your hand through the process of this all.
I can promise you, I'm not tech savvy, and the reason I am where I am right now is because of you.
Thank you. But I know it's like, so I understood that there was going to be a lot of people out there with those, like just those, I don't want to say inefficiencies, but it's just like they don't have those skills to be able to handle it. For me though, like I grew up in the space. So like I came out of my mom with a phone in hand, but not really. Cell phones didn't come out until I was in high school.
After that,
Shortly after, but I grew up in this space. So it's just a part of me. It's like, I just know how to do it. And it's like easy for me compared to someone else out there. So I can hold your hand through that process. Like, how do I send crypto? Okay, we're going to do it this way. And then let's verify, make sure it's going to the right place. So this is why we're verifying. If there's any little change out there, it's like, then we stop the transaction. But then it's just like, I'll even tell you, okay, push that button and that sends it over there.
Well, you are known as the crypto Sherpa, and aren't you a little proud of me of where I started 2.5 years ago and what you've taught me? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to take the reins. I still help some members who have no control over. They go, hey, Sherpa, can you help me do this? Sure, do. There you go, brother. I'm glad you picked it up. So other things you get for reasons why you want to join the club. The local and global impact.
Guys, let me tell you something. Anytime you start a movement, anytime you start a movement, you have to carry that cross, that flag, and you have to be the one out there talking about it. So I know when 2.5 years ago, when I started talking locally here about crypto, people that knew me in business, they're like, dude, are you okay? Or is something going on? What's going on? I mean, why would you talk about this stuff? But I've carried the flag, and I've been a soldier for this thing called crypto and Bitcoin. So now I'm having people even 2.5 years later. It's like, you know what? You've been consistent with this thing. I want to look at it. So I'm having an impact locally. The global impact, as you said a while ago, with if we don't adopt this thing in America, we are, guys, quite frankly, we're so far behind. If you go to the original country called El Salvador that adopted Bitcoin as a legal currency, back how many years ago?
4 years ago. It was just last week was Bitcoin Day.
You go right now to stop beside, you're driving down a road in El Salvador and you see somebody selling coconuts and you stop by the road to buy a coconut. Believe it or not, they have a little
QR code
on their phone. You pay for that coconut with Bitcoin. That's how advanced these countries are in terms of Bitcoin, even though they may not be as advanced as we are in other areas. They're so far more advanced. So the global impact is already happening. So whether you like it, whether you agree with it, whether you even know about it, doesn't matter.
It's happening. And it was awesome that El Salvador did it first, because again, you don't want the biggest country in the world to adopt it and like just take control of it. We want the little guys to even help. And like El Salvador was one of them. And when I saw that news article 4 years ago, I can't believe I've been reading the news for 5 years on my channel. But when I saw that, I was like going, oh man, the world is changing now. Like this, it's happening. And then it's just going to be a domino effect. First one country, then the next one. And now like those dominoes are going faster than ever right now.
Right.
So like it's happening, guys. So yeah, we have the local impact and the global. And speaking of this, the local too, this is when I first got involved, like talking to like my family on my dad's side, not the dad you guys know, bio dad. My parents divorced, so I have two dads. Bless their hearts. Like one's my rich dad, one's my poor dad. I kind of live the rich dad, poor dad series. My biological father isn't a poor man, just very educated, went through the system, very smart engineer. I like getting those lessons from him. But my stepfather, he was a businessman. So like I love taking those skills as well from him. So I was able to combine both of them. But going to like my dad's side with they did not get crypto at all. They thought it was a Ponzi scheme, like very, very again, like going as dangerous. But now, like over the years, holidays come around, I'm seeing like the change kind of happen. Not they're accepting it, but they're realizing it's just here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
Absolutely.
Now let's continue on. What other reasons why you might want to join the club? Well, it's fun and empowerment. So we have fun here.
Guys, it is fun. I mean, when you think about, and I can tell you it's fun. I mean, you can join these other club associations, country club, boat clubs, whatever it might be, gym membership, whatever it might be. But I'm telling you what, I'm at a position in my life at 64 years old that I chose a couple of years ago. I said, you know what, moving forward in my life, my kids are all either 43-year-old out, 3 in college, practically out. I woke up one day and said, you know what? Moving forward the rest of my life, I'm not going to do anything unless I'm having fun with it. So everything I do right now, I have fun with it. So if I'm not going to have fun with it, people are asking me, say, how long are you going to be involved in this market, this space you're in? As long as I'm having fun. Guys, when you're making money, you're making money and you're having fun, my God, this is, you don't want to stop. You don't want to retire. So, it's fun. It's empowering. It's empowering, which I now can bring somebody in here and sit down with them after you and I have these talks. We have people call, hey, can you help me? It's fun to sit down with somebody that's my age and even older, and they get excited. I mean, I had two couples in here yesterday. I think the oldest one, the gentleman, I think was 74. I think he was, but it was fun and empowering to him to see the light bulb come off in his head to be like, oh my God. Because see, my whole thing right now is about legacy. How can I help my kids, my grandkids, and my future great-grandkids? And guys, in my humble opinion, I have found the home I can do that. I can tell you what, if Wall Street is not helping you, look within your own street, which is what you control, which is a thing called Bitcoin. No longer can we accept the responsibility to give the responsibility of our finances to somebody else out there, especially when we used to think a 7-8% annualized return was great, but you look internally at the wealthy, they won't even get out of bed for 7-8% a year. So it's empowering to learn more. It's empowering to understand. It's what we're doing is fun. So fun and empowerment.
Yep. And you're just talking about legacy right there. Like that plan and goal is also should be a generational thing going forward too. So you want to be able to educate your kids on like why this is a legacy. How can they use it to benefit them and the family? Because that was my dad's goal, and my goal is my dad's goal and dream. He wants to be sure his family is taken care of, his wife, his daughters, myself. Just he wants to be sure when he goes, like they don't have to struggle in this world we're living in right now. And my goal is his goal, so I'm going to continue that on. And he put all his trust in me to just carry on this business, stick with the crypto, and this our partnership we had. So my goal is his. So and then I'm going to continue that going on. So like when I have children, I want to be sure they know why I'm doing this, why we never sell our Bitcoin, we only add to it, or how we can use it and never get rid of it. But it's just like you want to still teach and educate your kids about like why you're doing this.
It was amazing. I never thought I could teach you or empower you anything, but as you heard me speak about legacy, I saw the light bulbs come off in your head, and I also now see you using that language out here, and you see the importance even at your age. You're 30 what?
35.
35. I'm 64. You're going to be 64 in a blink of an eye. I mean, you really will be. So those things, if you can adopt those internally right now at your age, you're way ahead of where most people are out there. So fun and empowerment. All right.
Yeah, and then the fun part too, we have events that go on all the time. Tomorrow night here at our club, every Thursday, we're having a crypto meetup going on. And tomorrow we're going to have Holly Chance, a mortgage broker. She also handles our home to hodl program. She's going to be here and do a little talk. And we should have sent out at least a Zoom link, or if you didn't get an email, just send a message. I'm going to get you a link to join us at 6:45. But we have fun events here. Just like come, gather, network. Again, network and socialize. Meet other crypto people in the space. We have that place you can come to. You can bring a guest.
And by the way, if you bring a guest tomorrow night, you and your guest and as many guests as you want to will be entered into a drawing here locally. We'll be here doing a drawing for
and we're going to give away some Bitcoin.
So
that's right. And so, yeah, so that's just one fun event we have here at our club. Doesn't happen at all the other clubs. Friday nights, we have poker night. And this was crazy, too, because basically in the beginning, it was just Florida has definitely a poker central place. People love playing poker here, but they're the average Joes who never even heard about Bitcoin. I want to say at least most of those people from the beginning are now members of the club.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I mean, you're sitting around talking with, I'm just a country boy that, just was very fortunate and blessed to do some good things and be presented with opportunities out here. But I look at most of these guys playing poker. Most of them are just good people. I mean, just good country people. I call them country people. But to be able to take them from where they were 3 or 4 months ago, now they're turning their winnings into Bitcoin because it's pretty fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So there's so many events just like going on right here too, other than the poker nights, Friday nights, other clubs. Nashville has usually a Bitcoin and barbecue meetup. They have one, I think, happening on the 26th. I'm not sure if that's a Friday or Saturday, but no, that's another event to go to, network, have some delicious beef and meat, and then also learn about Bitcoin at the same time. So they will sit down with you when you're there and be sure you don't leave without a crypto wallet if you don't have one. So it's also a place to just like go learn and also just gain some extra one-on-one help too, right then and there. So yeah, it is fun and empowering to be a part of these.
And we got to spead up. It's already 10:30.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, luckily we're just doing this part, not doing an education part afterward. Okay. But we're kind of are giving education, and then also gives you exclusive opportunities. So
So guys, here's the thing. There's things we will share and expose you to that we cannot do until you become a member. So if you are a active member, we're going to give you a list of things that we can share with you, but there's some opportunities outside of that we won't even be going over today. So what are some of the opportunities?
Okay, so some of the programs we have here at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club are, loans for Bitcoin, where you can get 0% interest loans for up to 2 years and long-term financing options up to $250,000 with repayment terms ranging from 7 to 12 years. Now I'll explain this.
Yeah, so again, we're not giving you advice, but our thesis is very simple. If Bitcoin continues to rise every year like it has, would it not be prudent to at least take a look at a 0% interest loan? Your only obligation for the next 2 years on a loan is pay back 1% of the principal. In 2 years, that loan becomes due. Would it be prudent to at least look at the opportunity to have 0% interest money for 2 years, apply it into something called Bitcoin if you'd like, and get that appreciation of Bitcoin over the next 2 years.
Yep. And because, you're borrowing. Yeah, since you're borrowing money, not tax deductible. So again, not financial advice out there, but again, we can't say certain things out there. So be a member and we can definitely have a better one-on-one conversation with you.
Absolutely.
So other programs we have to offer is our home to hodl program.
Yeah, this is something near and dear to my heart. So back, I've been involved in real estate quite a long time. I was involved in that whole debacle in 2006, 6, 7, and 8. If you look at this chart right here, the red line represents the value of a property. The blue line represents the equity in homes. So if you look at the squeeze back in 2003, 4, 5, 6 is the run up of the squeeze, the difference between what's the value and the equity. And then you look out right now, in this country, we're at an all-time high for equities in homes. The value line being red, the equity being lined up. Here's what I can promise you based off what limited knowledge I have about real estate over the last 38 years. There's going to come a time where the bankers won't limit their exposure. And at no fault of your own, if you, let's just say you have, for argument's sake, $1 million equity in your home right now, as things begin to change, the bank is just going to send you a letter and they're going to decrease your availability of the equity because they want to decrease their exposure. Our thesis is pretty simple. Whatever you do with the money, if you can borrow money right now on equity in your home, it might be a good opportunity to do it, that you can go out here and borrow as much money as you can against the equity and deploy it in some asset. One asset you might want to deploy it in is something called Bitcoin.
We can't tell you what to do with that, but we're just letting you know a good opportunity might be Bitcoin.
It's available. And guys, borrowed money is not taxable. You got to get this. It took me years to understand that. Borrowed money is not taxable. You borrow the money, you do something, deploy it into another asset. That money you borrowed is not taxable.
And taxes are the most biggest liability on everyday average Americans out there.
And what you just said is average American, because super wealthy have figured out a way through tax structure not to pay the taxes we pay.
Exactly. Now, is this more on the loans for Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's HODL. It's a home HODL.
Gotcha. So unlike your home equity to invest directly into Bitcoin, you basically talked about this, designed for long term. Another program we have is confidential bulk purchases. Now, this is a program that I really recommend anyone take advantage of because you're getting private Bitcoin that is purchased. Because traditionally, you buy Bitcoin through exchanges out there, which has limitations, purchasing power, plus they track every single thing they do. There's something called KYC. So if you sign up for Coinbase, Kraken, or any platform exchange, they will require to be asking you for your driver's license, social security number, so they can report that to the IRS, let them know, okay, this is the money moving around. But through our program, with at least a minimum purchase size of $5,000, there's no stated maximum. You can purchase Bitcoin with a debit card, credit card, or even a money wire transfer. It's going to be confidential because we buy on behalf of our club members. Now, this is a weekly buy, so as long as you want to purchase through us, as long as you get the money in our account before Wednesday, that Wednesday, Thursday, we buy from our partner. It's in our wallet. We will send you a test transaction next up. And then after that, you verify it's there. We get you your Bitcoin that you just purchased. And it is clean, private Bitcoin. It just went from the miners to, actually, no, that one's not clean Bitcoin. That's for the miner program we're talking about later. But no, it's private Bitcoin. So like, you want to keep like your finances a little bit more hidden or to yourself, because you were mentioned like you had like an uncle who just kept money in a mason jar.
I think people that are my age, especially if you grew up on the farm, my family, granddad, uncles, they did not trust the government. So believe it or not, they did keep the bulk of their money in mason jars and buried, and that's just the way they did it. So I think it's fascinating that people say history does not repeat. Well, it may not repeat, but they say it rhymes, and here's how it rhymes. We're now at a stage in our lives where I don't care to share my information, what I have and what I don't have with the public, either the government. So here's a way that you can actually, through these bulk purchases, you can buy your Bitcoin and you can bury it in your own mason jar. Nobody knows you got it, and nobody knows how much you have.
Exactly. And again, like I'm sure all you always have questions on fees. Well, what are the fees and everything? Well, it's just a little bit more than your average exchange, but again, you're paying for the privacy. So like usually an exchange will charge you 3.5% on your purchase and all that. If you go to a crypto ATM, which is the worst place to buy your crypto, it's like 24 to 30%. Through us, depending on your form of payment, if it was a debit credit card via Stripe, that's going to be a 9% fee charge. If it's just a wire transfer, 6.5%. So if you just do the wire transfer, getting that 6.5, that extra 3% right there is, I think, well worth having confidential Bitcoin purchases in your wallet.
Absolutely.
So that's definitely a great perk I really recommend you take advantage of, but you got to be a member of the club to do so. Now, another program we have is our Bitcoin mining program. So buying Bitcoin is a direct, instant, and low hassle way to acquire assets. But by participating in Bitcoin mining program, it offers the potential for higher returns because the average cost to mine a Bitcoin is roughly like just $50,000. And that's just really that price right there for what it costs is for the cost of the miners, for how much it costs that, also the electricity, the storage unit, and the person actually running it. But in all, that's just $50,000 for a Bitcoin is definitely cheaper than buying it at 114,000 I see right now.
Yeah, if you want to validate that, you can look at what the Trump family is doing. They're all in. They're headed all into Bitcoin mining because they believe that if they economy of scale, they can start mining Bitcoin at below $40,000. Now, guys, that might be a program you might be interested in.
Mm-hmm. And earlier I said clean Bitcoin too, because you're getting clean Bitcoin from like a miner. Like, why would you want a clean Bitcoin? Like, a clean Bitcoin just refers to as a Bitcoin that's been mined and there is no transactions tied to it at all. It wasn't sent off to Tornado Cash and then mixed and matched with a bunch of transactions. It's like brand new, and it kind of does hold a little bit more value because almost like with coins out there, why is a silver dollar or a 50-cent piece like a certain one different?
Well, it's uncirculated, and you think about an uncirculated coin is worth more than a circulated coin. I saw a couple of months ago where people were paying a premium for uncirculated Bitcoin, just like a coin. You know, you get an uncirculated coin; it's more valuable than one's been in circulation.
Why does somebody want that? I really don't know any of that, but somebody does, and they just prefer it. So again, that's where the clean Bitcoin comes from. Now, another program, You Are a Carnivore, is our Beef Plus Bitcoin initiative.
Yeah. So I went through. After I went through cancer, I began to experiment with all kinds of diets, or not really diet, just protocols. And this year, after my 21-day fast in February, I know that's nuts, but yeah, I do it for health reasons. I tried to this protocol called carnivore diet, where I ate nothing but meat every day for 30 days. And actually that began to work for me. But the thing I began to notice was two things. The quality of beef, I didn't know where it was coming from. It says distributed by USA or it didn't say whatever it says on these little labels. But guys, God only knows where this stuff comes from. The other thing was if I could get beef here for $10, $12 a pound. But if I wanted to go to organic cows, which would have been grass-fed, grass-finished, and hadn't been jabbed with the mRNA jabs, that stuff could be $18, $20, $24 a pound. This program that we initiated allows you for $5,000 a year, you're getting completely clean organic beef for $10 a pound. It comes to you 4 times a year, quarterly, at 225 pounds per quarter. We even give you a refrigerator. So if you're into clean, healthy eating and your family eats beef, this might be a program you should look at.
Because it also, again, like, why do we have Costco memberships, Sam's Club? We're buying in bulk to try to save money on those bulk purchases. So we don't know where inflation is going to go down in the future, and we just know that our organic beef is going pricier and pricier, usually every week, every month. So buying just a year in advance could also help save you some money from that.
For you guys that don't understand it, because to be honest, well, what we're headed to with this program is tokenizing a cow. We're literally headed to the day that cow's born. You're buying that cow right then, tokenized, and you're going to be able to follow that cow eventually through what it ate, what it slept, how it worked, all the way to the day that it gives its life for you. So that's pretty fascinating. Whole nother story.
Yeah, exactly. No. There we go. Okay, so here's where Ben and Jay are actually heading down.
This is where things get pretty interesting. So if you go back to 2017, JP Morgan, what was his name? The guy, the president, whatever.
Chase.
Whatever the bank said. It escapes me right now. But there was a statement made back in 2017 that that Bitcoin was a fraud, and the only people who would ever be involved in Bitcoin would be drug dealers, murderers, and people from North Korea.
Thanks, Jamie Dimon.
Jamie Dimon, that's it. Now, to tell you what he did a few months later, so remember, his statement was only murderers, drug dealers, and people from North Korea would ever be involved in Bitcoin. Just a few months later, covertly, in my opinion, JP Morgan revealed partially what they were based off his statement, because they began to secretly invest into Bitcoin assets. He told people back in 2017 that as an employee, if you ever mention Bitcoin, you will be fired. Meanwhile, they were already investing in it. Speed the clock up. They made a statement 3 months ago, JP Morgan did, that they were now going to allow their
wealthy clients.
Well, that happened before then. That's a whole
okay, that's a whole other thing, but now they're going to
let their normal clients begin to invest in Bitcoin. But we know, because of documentation I have, that 3 years ago, they began to offer this asset called Bitcoin to their ultra wealthy clients, and actually recommended 1 to 5% of their holdings went to Bitcoin. So this is nothing new. So that being said, Ben in his wisdom said, you know what, we need to get involved in the banking world. They end up buying a credit union in El Salvador. And as they go through the process of getting sworn in today and tomorrow, the eventual plan is to take this credit union and make it a full-fledged bank and be the first bank or financial institution in the world fully backed by Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. And that is huge. It's because nobody else has done it. So again, we're kind of jumping the gun on that one.
So let's talk about that opportunity in terms of just a minute.
Why it would be a good opportunity for us. And this is the private key capital, and the bank that our credit union financial institution we got is Averless Credit Union. So that's where they're at right now. So we can switch this on over. But the private key capital. Yeah,
well, it's going to have a traditional checkings and savings account. You're going to be able to apply for Bitcoin-backed loans. Talk to us about because you're very familiar with the fiat on and off ramps, because you currently do that with your own life.
Exactly, yeah, because I keep a majority or basically all my wealth in just Bitcoin. I rather not keep it in the banks and just in fiat form, because it's not gaining me anything at all. But usually, for trying to even buy crypto, if your bank doesn't like it, they'll do everything they can to stop you, either shut down your account, put limitations on. So the on and off ramps of getting involved used to be quite hard. But with our bank, our financial institution, we keep slipping that up. We can't say that. We can't call it that with our rules. Our financial institution that we acquired will make it seamless for you to be able to onboard. We're not going to stop you. If anything, we're glad that you're buying more Bitcoin. Yeah, congratulations. That's what we want. Save yourself. But no, so it's the traditional way is always hard, or has with issues, kind of loops you got to jump through. I had to help a member go through hoops because their bank didn't like crypto. So when we were trying to sign them up for exchanges out there, it was very limited. Oh, you can buy $5 worth. You can do this. So the way I kind of looped around that was, hey, let's just buy you Bitcoin off a Cash App, because all the bank's going to see is a payment app that they're getting money to.
So one of the benefits of being a member here is Sherpa, and I can show you now because I'm doing it myself. Sherpa can show you how to hold Bitcoin as your primary asset and move in and out on this thing called fiat off ramps, which is, we can even do that now without the bank, without the financial institution, to show you how you can operate in the Bitcoin world. And I've watched you
do with my bills all the time.
Take Bitcoin, and you're like, okay, my
rent is
due on the 1st.
So due on the 1st. Let's say that's on a Monday. Friday, I got paid. It's all in Bitcoin, but Bitcoin was at 109,000 on Friday. It's sure, I have the opportunity to pay that rent right then and there, but you know what? Let's give it a couple days. Oh, hey, Bitcoin's at 114 right now, so that went up $5,000. Now, let's say I had a full Bitcoin. That's hypothetically, if I did, that was an extra 5,000. My rent's free for that month now because it just increased it.
Guys, play this recording. You got to understand what he just said. We don't have time to go through that detail, but that's so important that you are able to leverage Bitcoin. So what do you get as we move forward with our financial institution? You're going to get a 4% annual yield on your savings account.
Annual yield.
Annual yield, which is more than most even
banks. It's 0.1%, 0.2%. That's why I stopped putting money in the bank. Just you know what? I want an appreciating asset. I don't care for the volatility because I know it is going to go up in the future. But at the time, it's I just keep as bare minimum as I can there. But this way, it's just because I know I'm going to earn more interest on the Bitcoin increasing than just keeping my money in the bank.
So why would you want to hold it in in Bitcoin. In my opinion, there's two reasons. Number one, your account's going to yield 4.5% a year, but that Bitcoin, you're going to get the appreciation of the Bitcoin while it sits in your wallet. And kind of give an example of what that might look like.
Here's that example. So let's say you had $100,000 and you kept that in our bank. You're still getting that 4% APR on it, so that'd be $4,000 by the end of the year. But let's just say instead of saving the $100,000, you rather save $100,000 with a Bitcoin. And let's say Bitcoin is at $100,000 at that price. That 4% is still $4,000 that you'd earn. But however, if the price of Bitcoin increases, so let's say it goes to 150,000, which a lot of people are calling for, you're still getting that 4% on that 150 now. So that's $6,000. Plus, you gain that additional $50,000 just by Bitcoin's price going up. So if you just left it in USD in the US dollar, you got $4,000 by the end of the year. But if it was Bitcoin, that could have been $56,000. And these are just hypothetical numbers of what could happen.
It's just a strategy of the rich, guys. It's a strategy of the rich, how you take advantage of leverage and increase in pricing.
Mm-hmm. And guys, if you want more information, head to bbcprograms.com. Send us a text. This is our new number. We actually own this number now, right? So it's all good. It's not going to get taken away, but it's 941-413-8080.
And guys, remember, if you're locally in Sarasota, we have the meetup tomorrow night at 6 p.m. But it will be virtually broadcast starting at 6:45 because we're going to have Holly Chance, our heads up our Home to Huddle program. She'll be there, answer questions, explain to the program. So we hope to see you here physically. If not, please tune in. How can they tune in to us tomorrow night?
We did send a message out to at least all of the active members here at the Crypto Club. I got that in the newsletter out there. I know Gloria sent out a mass email of the Zoom link. But if you didn't get one and you want to be a part of it, just send us a message.
Just text us, say I didn't get the invite. We'll send you the link to get into the program tomorrow night.
Text us or email. You can even email the club. I have that link I can get shared with you. So contact at BitcoinBensCryptoClub.com. Say I want to be a part of that meetup. I want to join you guys. I'll send you that link.
So last but not least, join a club. Take what we've told you. Use this as a checklist against other clubs you might be able to join. But guys, get involved in this thing called crypto. Get involved in this thing called Bitcoin, because I believe your future family will thank you.
Mm-hmm. They really will. And share the news too with you. Once you learn it, share it and just educate the people around you so they don't get left behind.
Amen. Well, Sherpa, I enjoyed this. Thank you so much.
I always do enjoy these when Ben just surprises us. Hey, do the show. It's like, okay.
But we hope you all have enjoyed it. We hope you give us some contact information and some clarity about our club while joining the club. And we look forward to meeting you in the future.
Mm-hmm. And again, this presentation too, we do it every Saturday at 10 a.m. too. So that way, we have a recording of it. So if you missed it on this video, you can always rewatch it. But if you want a little change, a little extra information, attend one of our new member orientations. Amen. But guys, thank you again so much for being here. And we will see you probably tomorrow, unless Jay does do a show. So take care, guys, and see you tomorrow.
Tired of jumping through hoops to buy Bitcoin? Frustrated with endless paperwork and invasive identity checks? Introducing Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club's loan program. No KYC required. Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to freedom. Borrow up to $250,000 at as little as 7% interest. Join our community and take control of your financial future. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where privacy meets opportunity. Connect with like-minded individuals and grow together. Visit us today and unlock your $250,000 Bitcoin loan. Your journey to financial freedom starts here.